Okay, my name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc 2, and my number 3 and 4 on the list was Marvel vs. DC, the catch up for movies and TV. Alright? So, I was supposed to do a comic book rant, and I got like way off a track, and I owe somebody an apology for that. I know who you are, but I have forgotten you in this very moment, and I did write you a long thingamajig in the comments. So thank you for reminding me that I went off track, and I'm very sorry about that. So let me give you a rundown of my personal opinion about some of the movies that are coming out. We all know the Age of Apocalypse is coming, and we all know that as soon as next month's get here, movie theaters are going to be sold out the fucking brack for Superman versus Batman. Go Batman. So in case you wanted to know whose side I'm on, and granted, yeah, I am hypocritical wearing a Superman t-shirt, but I don't have a Batman t-shirt, I have a Batman tank top. And I can't find it, and no one wants to watch my squatty body. So, here's the rundown. As far as I know, DC for sure has 4 movies coming out with the Superman versus Batman thing. Aquaman is coming. I want to say it's Shazam, but I'm not really sure what it is because I know that The Rock's playing Black Adam, and him and Shazam are mortal enemies, so I don't really know what the hell that is. And Wonder Woman is coming, so I know those 3 for sure, and they're all leading up supposedly to the 2 Justice League movies so that they can catch up with all these Avengers and all this other stuff. We also know that in Marvel that Guardians of the Galaxy is coming back. Deadpool left hints that there will be a Deadpool 2. At the end of X-Men Future Past, there's a clip that leads you to the Age of Apocalypse. And the only reason why I want to go see that is because they're bringing in some of my favorite mutants, because I believe that Psylocke is in there. I believe Hugh Jackman's still being Wolverine. I'm not going to swear to that because of rumors of him throwing away the part. I'm sorry, Hugh Jackman, I love you, but I wouldn't be so quick to throw that away because there's so much more to come, you know, and then you got Marvel itself, because the X-Men are kind of like really belonging to like 20th Century Fox and stuff. Well, Marvel still holds the Avengers, Iron Man, and Cap and stuff like that. And I'm not really gonna say I was disappointed at the new Fantastic Four, but I wasn't too thrilled about it, and not because Johnny Storm was black, but because Sue wasn't black. And as far as the comic book goes, they were full-blooded brother and sister, so Sue should have been black. That's all I have to say bad about that, and that it was just kind of lagging into what took them so long to get and use their powers. And when you finally do see things use their powers, it's not even really watching him. You're watching a clip of him going to another country and fucking shit up because they've supposedly told him that they could cure him. So if he works for us, we'll cure him and make him Ben Grimm again. Okay, that concept was kind of fucked. All right, wasn't a bad movie, but the concept was kind of fucked. And I'm not used to Reed Richards being an interdimensional scientist, where astrologically, that's not the exact word, but he was an astrophysicist or some shit. Whatever the hell Reed Richards was, they went into space. They should have kept that. They should have sent them into space instead of trying to teleport them to some other dimension and fucking up the whole goddamn storyline. But you know what? I didn't write it. I enjoyed it, and I didn't enjoy it at the same time. Nothing against any of the actors because they're working and I'm not. All right. So you kind of got to take the role that you're given and do the best damn job that you can, and pray that the people, all of you and me, out there love the movie. Now, outside of that, they bounced back real quick with the Deadpool movie. You know, they really bounced back with the Deadpool movie, and with other things that are going to be involved. Yeah, I dug out a widget. You saw it. So, yeah, with the other things that are going to be involved, the other movies are coming, you know. DC has their life cut out for them, you know, because there are rumors that there will be another Green Lantern, and supposedly it's going to be John Stewart. You guys look on YouTube, you'll find it. I don't know what's real and what's fan based, and you know, there's a lot of movies that are fan based that are really not even movies, but they're badass, and you would think that it's a movie. By the way, thank you and fuck you for whoever made that Legend of Zelda shit, because I was really looking forward to a Legend of Zelda movie and a Thundercats movie. So fuck both of you guys. I love you for doing it, but fuck you because I hate you for doing it too. Alright? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get off track. I just wanted to throw it out there because those movie clips were badass, and it was like the biggest fucking joke ever. Got me. Real good. Back to what I'm saying, you know, DC does have its work cut out. Now, on the home front, for those who watch a lot of TV, I thought I'd never get here, but I did. Agent Carter, love Haley Atwell. Doing it up. Badass. Cool as hell. Alright. So, when it comes to TV, unfortunately, my team Marvel isn't winning. We only have 2 shows. And they kind of split and share a season and a night, which kind of fucking sucks. Because I'm pretty sure that Agent Carter could hold her on whatever night they put her on, as long as it doesn't have to go up against like something like wrestling or something. But or it could come on. They can all figure it out, or maybe put them on like the weekends and stuff too, to give it a fighting chance. I love Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I would love to be a member of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I know like hell it's never going to happen. Alright? So we're good with that. Like I said, independent acting is a whole lot different than when you're actually working for someone else. Getting off track, getting back on track now. Marvel has 2 of my favorite shows. Like I said, they have the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they have Agent Peggy Carter. Alright? So honestly, there's really not a whole lot that I can really say about these 2 shows because they really just are badass. It's just that they don't have enough Marvel shows and they don't have enough spin-offs. Now, I don't hate DC Comics, but DC is ruling the small screen right now while Marvel is ruling the big screen. Now, I don't know if Marvel has any plans to like rehash Generation X and bring that back and make it a TV show and whatever, but DC has like at least 5, I think, TV shows on at this time. Not like at this time literally, but at the time, Arrow was the front runner. And for the first 3 seasons, it was the top runner, and they really didn't have anything to really compete about, but they also don't really go up against Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And the same thing with Flash. So they're all kind of worked out equally so that if you're a Marvel fan or a DC fan, you can watch one or both, plus you can always DVR it. I'm more of a Marvel fan than DC, but fuck yeah, I watched The Flash. And I also watch Arrow. I also watch Legends of Tomorrow. I watch Supergirl, and I watch Gotham. So that's The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Gotham, Legends of Tomorrow. So DC has 5 TV shows on. Granted, 3 of them come on CW. 1 comes on Fox, and 1 comes on CBS. And if you haven't seen the last couple of episodes of The Flash, where Flash goes to Earth 2, I'm not going to tell you about anything outside of when they ran through the dimensional thing. You got to see Supergirl. You got to see somebody else, but I won't swear to it because it kind of flew by so fast that I really only got to see Supergirl. But when they were on Earth 2, if you slow it down to where he's running, where he has Dr. Wells and Ramon, they're going through. You can see Supergirl on the right. There is some characters on the left. I'm not sure what Easter egg that is, but it's there. I just didn't get a good glimpse at it because it flew by like lickety-split. Plus, I was thinking of something else. So, I might have been texting a hot chick on the phone or whatever. But I know I was not focused enough on anything but Supergirl. Well, it's a girl, man. I'm a straight man. Of course I'm going to notice the hot blonde chick in a blue fucking leotard with a skirt on. So, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, well, it's just like the Legends of Tomorrow. They're always hinting at the new 52s. And so was Marvel hitting on certain things on their thing. Because if you ever catch Coulson's always talking about 616, which is in our time, in our universe, it's our timeline is 616. Or our Earth is Earth 616. So of all the many Earths and stuff that Marvel has, 616 is ours. Alright? So if you're from Earth 422 or something, it could be anything. And if you're from the alternate universe with Nate Gray and Cable and all this other, the original Cable's from 616, all right? But the other ones have come through. Nate Gray, who was calling himself X-Man, and that kind of stuff. We'll get into that another day. But for the most part, Marvel only has 2 shows on TV, where DC has 5. So, on the home front of the TV box, Marvel has it kind of on the second running, where DC has the TV like smoothed out because they're like on damn near every night of the week. Except for maybe Monday. I know the Flash comes on Tuesday. I know they do come on Monday because Supergirl comes on Monday. Flash comes on Tuesday. Arrow comes on Wednesday, and Legends of Tomorrow comes on Thursdays. But Gotham also comes on Monday. And unfortunately, Gotham and Supergirl kind of come on at the same damn time. So you kind of screw, especially if you're a WWE fan, because that also comes on at the same damn time. And you can't do certain things with DVRs. So, you got to pick your two choices and pick your poison. And you can always watch the other one on demand. But anyway, so when it comes down to the TV, DC wins that one hands down. Not that I'm a DC fan, not that I don't support them. I'm more of a Marvel fan, but it is what it is. Then there's a spoiler alert at the last episode of The Flash that just went off this week where he fought King Shark. It will surprise you a lot. And confuse the shit out of you too, but it will surprise you because it confused the shit out of me, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're just going to have to go watch it. And then when it comes to the movies now, the primary movie that they have out right now for DC will be the first run of their plans, which will be, well, actually it'll be two because Superman came out a few years back, and now Batman vs Superman: The Dawn of Justice is coming. So that's hopefully gonna blow this out the water. I'm praying like hell that Ben Affleck holds it down. I don't hate Ben Affleck. I just don't think that when he did Daredevil, he probably never read the comic. And I think, as a matter of fact, I ain't even gonna put it on Ben. I'm gonna put it on the director because I don't think the director ever read the comic. I think he just glanced the first episode. I'm gonna read the first issue of Daredevil and take you back to when he was a kid and bring you up to speed, and then just jump to modern day. Although Elektra is dead, and the last girlfriend I ever read in a Daredevil comic was Typhoid Mary and stuff, and I think she died too. But I lost I kind of stopped reading the Daredevil book after they started screwing up with Wilson Fisk not being the leader of the underworld anymore, and Daredevil was constantly dealing with the Hand and some other no-name people. And it just kind of started pissing me off. It did the same thing with the X-Men, which is why I just stopped reading comics. So once the X-Men went down, I was pretty much done. When they started going down the path and started killing off all my favorite characters, especially the Asian female characters, they got rid of Jubilee, they got rid of Psylocke. I was like, man, come on, you guys are getting rid of my favorite females. They got rid of Rogue, they brought her back, they keep bringing them back and getting rid of them. And then they're bringing in these new people, and I'm like, you guys suck. And then did the same thing with X-Force, because they got rid of Moonstar, they made her a Valkyrie, they brought her back, then they got rid of her, then they made Tabitha start dating Roberto, and I didn't like that, because I liked it better when she was dating Sam. It's a long drama that we don't have time to get into. But the long and short is, for the TV, Marvel's winning. Not. Marvel's losing. I'm sorry, I was a Marvel fan. I'm still a Marvel fan, and I will be a Marvel fan until I breathe my last. But unfortunately for TV, DC is holding it down. But as far as the movies go, DC has to play catch up because Marvel's kicking everybody's ass right now, and they never are ever gonna run out of source material. And neither is the Warner Brothers. Now, if you want to go animated movies, I say for animated movies, there have been more DC movies than Marvel. So Marvel hasn't really done anything, or they haven't really been advertising. But every time you turn around, there's been a new Batman cartoon, or there's been a Justice League cartoon, or there's been something, and you could catch it. And then I will say my biggest heartbreak was, I think, 2 years ago when Cartoon Network stopped airing Young Justice. And I was like, God, it was bad enough that they jumped it 5 years into the future, and they never let the show really, the first season never really got a good grip. And then next thing you know, the second season is 5 years in the future. Robin's now Nightwing, and he's in charge, and Aqualad, who's black, is fucking shit up, and he's the son of Black Manta, and it was just all kinds of fucked up shit. And then they kill Wally. Yeah, sorry, I hope you guys were watching that before I just spoiled it for you. But and then when they took the Justice League off, and the Justice League Unlimited, and they took off Teen Titans and put on Teen Titans Go, and I'm like, yeah, you guys are fucking up. Well, Teen Titans Go is still on, but everything else is gone. Beware the Bat's not coming back, and if it is coming back, there hasn't been any advertisements on the Cartoon Network for it, and that was the best super type shit of Batman. And they brought in Katana, who, as far as I know, isn't a real DC character, but she works for the show. It's the same thing they did a few years back with the Batman when they brought in Wei Lin, who was an Asian cop. And then they made Bruce Wayne's friend, the black guy, become the first Clayface. So like I said, it's kind of some twisted stuff. And that's another thing that I want to bust on real quick before I stop doing this video because we're almost at 15. Correction, we are at 15. I don't mind when you do things for the show or whatever, like bringing new characters that don't exist in the comic book. That's cool and everything. And I know Bob Kane's rolling his grave for some of the characters they've done and changed and done all this other stuff, and they're forever changing things, and that's cool because it's a comic book. And in comic books, things get hazy. So I like Waylon and I like Katana, and I really thought that they were like, I guess, the Jinx of the DC universe for them, because Jinx is my favorite G.I. Joe, who's Asian, who's female, who is an Arashikage, who is badass. Anyway, moving back to my subject matter. If you're gonna make a show, and I've been jumped down, people have jumped down my throat, because my brother-in-law and I had a little discussion about that today. It's like, well, James, it's not really about the comic book once it's on TV, which is true, which is also false. Because sometimes it is about the comic book. And I'm going to start a new rant on this right now. Okay, maybe after I restart the recorder.